Certainly. Here's the modified version of your article, rewritten into an extended speech format with over 50 paragraph breaks, presented as if someone is speaking passionately about The Ultimate Fighter and its legacy. The Ultimate Fighter. 3 words that didn't just build a show, they built a legacy. They built a company. They built careers. They may have even saved an entire sport. When the UFC launched The Ultimate Fighter, back in 2004 on Spike TV, few realized what was truly at stake. Back then, mixed martial arts was on the ropes. Financially unstable, publicly misunderstood, politically vulnerable. It needed a spark, and TUF lit the fire. Suddenly, MMA was in America's living rooms. Fighters became household names. The octagon became a stage, not just for combat but for storytelling. And the fans, they multiplied. Because people didn't just tune in for knockouts. They tuned in to follow dreams. To witness transformation. To see young, hungry fighters grind for a shot at greatness. For many, The Ultimate Fighter was their first taste of MMA. It was the entry point, the foundation, the beginning of a lifelong passion. The show didn't just create fans, it created fighters. Champions, in fact. From Forrest Griffin to Rashad Evans. From Michael Bisping to Tony Ferguson. Legacies that started in a house filled with adversity, pressure, and raw ambition. But fast forward 20 years. 32 seasons later. And TUF doesn't feel quite the same. The glow has dimmed. The buzz has softened. Now, we have Dana White's Contender Series. And let's be honest, it's a juggernaut. It's fresh. It's streamlined. It's given us names like Sean O'Malley, Bo Nickel, and Raul Rosas Jr. Week after week, fighters walk into the apex and fight for their dreams. No drama, no house, just results. So where does that leave The Ultimate Fighter? Is there still room for it? Or has the sport outgrown it? Brad Tavares doesn't think so. And Brad would know. He was a cast member of Season 11. He knows what it means to live inside that house. He knows what it means to fight for a future on national TV with nothing but 4 fights under your belt and a dream in your heart. He believes both shows have a place. And when Brad speaks on this, he doesn't speak as a nostalgic vet. He speaks as a man who owes his career, quite literally, to TUF. Because without that show, Brad Tavares might not be here today. Not with 15 years in the UFC. Not with wins under the lights of pay-per-views and fight nights. Not with a career built from a little island in the Pacific Ocean all the way to the global stage. Brad remembers walking into TUF at 22 years old. A baby by fight game standards. He'd only fought 4 times. He wasn't polished. He wasn't perfect. But he had passion. And that's what TUF was built for, the raw, unrefined, hungry talent that needed a place to grow. Contender Series. That's different. Those fighters already have some seasoning. They've fought in LFA. They've fought in CFFC. They've walked through fires in regional shows. They're almost ready. But TUF, that's for the green ones. That's for the dreamers still figuring out who they are, and what kind of fighter they want to be. TUF is a boot camp. It's a pressure cooker. It's a life-changing experience. It's pain, pressure, and potential, all under one roof. And sometimes, that's exactly what a fighter needs. Brad believes in the lane for both. He believes that not everything has to be replaced. Some things are timeless. And while the ratings may fluctuate, the purpose doesn't. Because The Ultimate Fighter still does something no other show in MMA can do. It tells the full story. The highs, the lows, the locker room tears, the backyard laughs, the training, the weight cuts, the mental collapse, the breakthrough, the human side of fighting. You don't always get that in the apex. You don't always see that in a one-shot audition. But you see it in TUF. And now, 20 years later, The Ultimate Fighter 33 inches premieres. It's a celebration of history. Of resilience. Of the moments that built an empire. Brad Tavares looks at this new season and sees more than just a show. He sees a platform. He sees opportunity. He sees a mirror reflecting his past, and the path forward for others. So before we write it off, before we bury it in nostalgia, let's remember what it gave us. Let's remember the fighters it produced, the memories it created, and the legacy it continues to build. Because The Ultimate Fighter didn't just survive, it defined an era. And maybe, just maybe, it's not done yet. Not by a long shot.